Tony Brown, Deputy Chief here, City of London Fire Department. Been a part of the fire department since 1990. Family has a rich history in the fire department. My great-grandfather was the first fire chief of the City of London. My grandfather was in the fire department, my dad was in the fire department, and then I was in the fire department. And during my youth, it wasn't actually something I aspired to get into or anything, but one of my friends, Fred Phelps, who was an officer here at the fire department, used to come up to the store and he said, you need to come join us and be a part of it. And so finally, at 20 years old, I decided to join the fire department as a volunteer. So I served as a volunteer for the fire department for 10 years and then became paid staff at the fire department back in 2000, late 2000. Thinking back over the years of all the different calls we've done, we've been to, there are many different ones. I can think back to the Lucas apartment fire on 4th Street. I can think back, of course, Weaver's fire that occurred. There's lots of different things that have been a part of, responded to throughout the years that made a big impression. That was very meaningful, that was very hard, difficult to see, go through, experience. But mostly when I think back on firefighting, it's not necessarily the fires. It's maybe some of the small calls that we responded to, some of the people we dealt with, some of the families that you had to help that maybe lost their home or lost things, and it's those kind of things that stick out more than anything else. Remembering people and trying to help them the best way you could. The most things I've seen change with the fire department, of course, is a full-time fire department, a full-time staff. Of course, when I started, there was only one paid personnel with the fire department, and then Carl came along, and then we started growing and growing, and now where we are now with full 24-hour staff, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's great. That's something that has happened over the past 20 years, and of course, technologies with firefighting has changed tremendously. When I started, we didn't have all the tools and toys that they have now that help aid in firefighting and help keep firefighters safer. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still a very extremely dangerous job, but technology has brought us to where it is a safer job for firefighters when we take those measures and use them appropriately. I know the fire department will continue to grow, we'll continue to get more stations, we'll continue to get more personnel to serve the citizens of London better for their families. It's just a growing organization. It's going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to be something special that London should be proud of, and it makes me proud every day just to see from where it began to where it is now and where it's going in the future.